So, let's talk about the time this mofo technically kidnapped me and took me to Utah. Again, I agreed to the whole situation, of course. But the thing is, when we went all the way to Utah, he had stopped the truck, my stepdad, the truck driver. So basically, when we made it to Utah, he parked the truck and we were going to sleep. And then while that happened, the police pulled up right behind us and said, "We already know she's in the truck, let her out now." So let me tell y'all how this got started.
So this the official, what the title of your video is. How start with you. This is, first of all, you're not finna drag your mama name through the mud. But hold on. The antics. Nigga ain't trying to nigga ain't trying to clear their name up on them. First, I don't give a you and everybody with you.
I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Blood, you can see it in my eyes. My future turning up, what it's time to be alive. I'm that nigga, I don't mean to brag, but I'm getting too nice with this. Ain't no way that I'm going outside. My pockets been heavy as shit.
Alright, M2T, we back with another one, fam. Alright, right now I'm getting some tires put on the trailer, and but we got a real good story today. Very unique situation, and I want you guys to let me know what you think about it. In the meantime, between time, we got my boys here. We got Mono number 1. Y'all see him doing his thing right there, changing the tires. Got Mono number 2 right there. Say what's up to YouTube, fellas. Hey, buddy. Say what's up to YouTube. Then my boys, they taking care of the trailer. So, once we get that taken care of, we gonna get into the story real quick. It's about a young lady and her mama boyfriend who is a trucker. He one of us. So, I don't know what side to believe. I don't know. I need y'all help on this. So, in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna let them tell y'all story, and y'all let me know what y'all think. I check in every now and then as the story going, but I mainly want to run it through and let y'all see everything before we get into it. Then we'll get into it. All right.
Okay, so let's do a part 1 of how I got touched by my stepdad. So basically, all this started when I got to the age of 13. So first off, let's start with how I met him. So how I met him was, he just walked through the door one day with my little brother. So what happened was, it was just me and my sister for a little bit, and I was taking her to school every day, and we were living with our grandma. But one night, my mom came through the door, and she was just like, "Hey, AJ, it's me. I'm gonna be taking y'all, to this new apartment and stuff." So when it got to the morning time, this dude walked through the door with my little brother, like I said earlier, and I'm just like, who is this dude? Like, who is this? So yeah, he walks through the door, and I'm like, who is this? And mom goes, "That's my new boyfriend. Like, that's my boyfriend." And I'm like, oh, okay. So she proceeds to tell us that she found this new apartment for us to live in, and we all start packing. Like, we're excited. We all start packing, and she takes us to the new apartment. So when she takes us to the new apartment, we all start unpacking and getting settled down in the house and stuff. And yeah. So yeah, that's where we lived at, and I was still in elementary. So I had to be like in the 5th grade. I was in the 5th grade. And at the time I was 12, and my 13th birthday was coming up. Like, it was coming up. So yeah, basically we lived in that house until I was about 15, I think. 15, yeah, I think it was 15. But yeah, let's get to the point. So all the weird shit didn't start happening until I realized that my mom was getting drunk, and like all the time, like she was just getting drunk nonstop, all the time. So let's get into the first incident that I thought was weird. So, me being on the age of getting to 13, I thought my hygiene was like the most important. Like I was like, oh, I fucking stink, like like I feel like I stink, I'm gonna go get in the shower. So I'm getting in the shower, and while I'm in the shower, this man gonna come in the bathroom and pee. So he's peeing, and while he's peeing, I'm just taking the shower, minding my business, and he does what he needs to do. So after I get out the shower, I'm doing my little Dougie, my little 1-2, and putting my shoes on, brushing my teeth, getting cute, looking pretty, like, you know, doing all that. And I go to get dressed. I go to get dressed, and then I come out with these little pink frilly shorts. Like, they're not pink, they're like, I think they're like denim, like, you know, y'all know the fake denim, and it has little pink frillies at the bottom, but they're like really small boot, like they're booty shorts. And I go out into the living room, but I'm not wearing like no underwear with my shorts, so my thing is just hanging out, like my coochie just hanging out. And my mom was sitting on the couch in the living room, and she goes, Asia, go put on something like under your shorts. And my dad's sitting right next to her, and he's just giving me this look, like looking me up and down, like ooh. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was the first incident. So let's fast forward until, you know, like fast forward. So my 13th birthday rolls around, and after my 13th birthday, I'm sleeping on the couch. And all my siblings are sleeping in the other room, and I'm sleeping on the couch. So out of nowhere, while I'm sleeping on the couch, I hear the keys jiggling, and that's what wakes me up. So I wake up, and I hear my dad. Like, I see my dad. Like, not here, but I see my dad walking out the room, my stepdad. So I see him walking out the room, and I'm like, where are you going? And he goes, I'm gonna go to the corner store to get something to drink. And I'm like, can I come with you? And he's like, yeah, you need to put on like something, like you need to put on some clothes. So I put on some clothes, like some shorts and stuff, and I go downstairs and I wait in the car for him. So yeah, I'm waiting in the car, and once he's done doing whatever he did upstairs, he comes downstairs and he gets in the car, and we go to the corner store. And when he's done getting whatever he needs to get in the corner store, he came back out the corner store, he got in the car. I left like one part out. So on the way to the corner store, I fell asleep in his lap. So yeah. So after he got what he needed, he came back out and he got back in the car. So him getting back in the car, I go to lay my head down on his lap again to fall asleep while we're going back to the house. And before he did anything, like before he even started up the car or anything, he lifts my head up and he asked me like in my ear while me being halfway asleep, he asked me in my ear, he's like, do you want to do it? Like for part 2, because... Okay, so we're gonna do a part 2. A part 2 of how I got touched by my stepdad. So basically, this might sound crazy, but my stepdad is the one that took my virginity. Yep, I said it, he took my virginity. So basically, like I said in part 1, we had moved to the new apartment, we got settled down there, and we started going to school out of that new apartment. And when my 13th birthday rolled around, I was sleeping on the couch, and that's when I woke up and heard the keys jingling, and then he was coming around the corner. And I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, he's going to the store, we go to the store, and he gets what he needs to get. He gets back in the car and, you know, he asked me that question. Do you want to do the nasty one? Like, So maybe at 13, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, let's do it. So it wouldn't go in like the first time. Like the first time we did it, the first time it wouldn't go in. So we kept trying. And then one day it finally went in. So after I went in, that's when, you know, I finally started doing everything like, you know, saying stuff like, you know, just nasty stuff. So from then on, he is the one that taught me some of the stuff that I know, how do I say it? Intimately, like the intimacy between your partner and your loved one. So what I know now and like all the intimate stuff is something that he taught me when we were in a relationship to get there. So yeah, basically this relationship went on until I was about 17. And at 17, I was in a Groomship because my mom kicked me out after the year of, I think it was 2024, the year of 2024. So if you go on Google and search up Asia Burns, like AIJAHBURNS, you'll see that I've been missing since July of 2024. But yeah, I'm gonna keep moving and shit because that shit's federal. I don't want to be found at all, nor by my family, nor by my grandma, none of that. Not by my mom, not by my auntie, not by my dad, nobody. They all been like, Asia, where you at? Like, you know, and I told them I'm with my boyfriend, like I'm with my boyfriend, like I'm living a happy life, I don't want to talk to none of y'all, like, you know. So I'm living my life, and out of the blue, my mom gonna text me talking about, oh, you ruined my life, don't call my phone no more, don't call this phone no more. I'm just like, okay, well, you need to grow up because you're acting like a child. I didn't like, what the fuck? So yeah, no, my mom's an alcoholic. She still drinks to this day. And when I talk to my sister, she sometimes says, hey, Mom, are you drunk? Like, why are you acting like that? And I'm like, damn, in public though? In public? Like, just the other day they were walking the dog and my sister's just like, Mom, are you drunk? And I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at Nilo like, dude, that's just sad. Like, that shit is sad as fuck. But yeah, basically my mom was like, I ruined her life and don't call this phone no more. But she recently she started calling me and telling me that she loves me and that I'm sorry for the things that I said to you and But yeah, that's how it was. And then she's still with the same man, and everybody doesn't like her for that because everybody believes what he did because they've already seen the messages and the messages and photos and the police report. I'm about to report them again anyway, so like it's just really over with. Because I don't want that man near my siblings. I don't want them. You want to see me ruin their life? Okay. But I'm at home. He's like, hey y'all, so we finna expose this dude's face. Yep, here you go right there. I'm gonna start with saying, for anybody who thinks I'm trying to play victim, this is a video for you to watch when you leave your kids around. Because you never know what could be happening. I don't care how long you've known him for. I don't care how long you've been around this person. You just never know. Okay, so basically me and dude had an on and off relationship till I was about 17. After that, I started messing with him and we just became friends. We just became cool after that. So in my situation, I feel like my mom knew everything about it. Because this woman, she saw all the text messages, she saw all the pictures, she saw how I was on the phone with him every night. She would literally come in my room talking about, why are you on the phone with my husband? And I'm like, because he won't get off. Like, he wants to be on the phone with me. He wants to be on the FaceTime with me. I would hang up the phone and he would call me right back. And then on top of that, he used to be on FaceTime with me all throughout school, on FaceTime all throughout my school while I'm trying to do my work, even in the bathroom. He wanted to watch me use the bathroom, like. And then he said if I didn't call him, he would tell mom to take away my phone when I get home. Or he would get mad that I didn't want to pick up the phone while I was in class. So as soon as I got home, my mom had to take my phone because he was just being weird. So I got my phone taken when I got home and I didn't get it back. And because I had to ask him, like while he was on the phone with my mom, I had to ask him, like, can I have my phone back? So as soon as I got my phone back, I texted him and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put his Facebook account in the comment section. But yeah, another incident that had happened. So you know how little girls be leaving a piece of their clothing in the bathroom after they get out the shower, like a sock or underwear or some pants or something. You always forget something. So there's a time where he told me I left my underwear in the bathroom, and he said that he picked my underwear up and he sniffed it, like he would smell it. He would smell it. He would pick my underwear up and he would sniff it. He told me that he sniffed it. So let's talk about the time this mofo technically kidnapped me and took me to Utah. Again, I agreed to the whole situation, of course. But the thing is, when we went all the way to Utah, he had stopped the truck, my stepdad, the truck driver. So basically, when we made it to Utah, he parked the truck and we were going to sleep. And then while that happened, the police pulled up right behind us and said, we already know she's in the truck, let her out now. So let me tell y'all how this got started. So I was in a group home and stuff, and being in a group home, they have limited interactions and limited choices and limited everything. So basically, in that group home, it was a 7-day waiting period until I could get my phone back. So I got kicked out the house because my mom gave up her rights to CPS and the government so that I could be in and out of group homes, basically. So once that 7-day waiting period was over and I got my phone back, the first thing I did was text my stepdad. And I was like, you need to come get me. So I would just be sitting on my phone, making my little Instagram reels or whatever. And then I would FaceTime him and talk to him. And, we was planning a whole escape together for him to kidnap me and take me to Utah, So, yeah, but we eventually ended up rolling down there and we got caught immediately after we parked and we're trying to go to sleep. And then in the group homes for a little bit, it was regular visitation. Like, it was regular just me going out to visit somebody. Now, at first, I was visiting my auntie. But then I took it to the next level and I wanted to start visiting my stepdad. So I told him, you need to come pick me up. I want to spend time with you. But yeah, even while I was in the house, even before my mom gave her rights up to DCS, it would just be weird stuff happening already. It got to the point where he would say that, don't tell nobody I'm coming to the house. Don't tell mom or your siblings that I'm coming to the house because you're just going to throw a fit. So I didn't tell nobody that he was coming to the house. And then my mom would come and ask me, is Dandre coming to the house? Is Dandre coming to the house? And da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro. And I would have to sit there and tell her, no, he's not coming to the house. He's not coming to the house. So he would just be playing these games with her. She didn't even have time to clean up the house or none of that. And then on top of that, I feel like she's supposed to keep the house clean anyway. But with 5 kids, I don't think, yeah. So yeah, after that, the house was never clean when he walked through that door. And then, let me tell you about this other incident that happened. So, I already told y'all about my mom. She's an alcoholic and she drinks too much. So basically what happened was she had to go to the hospital this one time because she got alcohol poisoning and cold stones in her stomach. You know, like the little stones you got to take out of your stomach, or the doctor has to take out your stomach. So yeah, that's what she got. And basically they had took her to the hospital for the night, and they did what they needed to do for her. So when she left and went to the hospital that night, our grandma had to come over to the house and watch us and the kids. Mind you, my stepdad was still over there. So I'm pretty sure she already knew something was about to happen. So that night that my mom went to the hospital, and my grandma came over, and the kids fell asleep, of course, because it was at nighttime. So my grandma came over and she watched all of us, but I was the only one up and my stepdad was the only one up, and he went into the room. So me not wanting to be out there watching TV with my grandma, I went into my mom's room where my mom and my stepdad sleep. And he was in there with no clothes on. He was in there naked. So I got to taking off my clothes and I got in the bed naked and I was trying to go to sleep. Y'all know I wasn't trying to go to sleep. I was not trying to go to sleep. So he got to playing that music, that intimate music, that soul, like that R&B, like the intimate music and stuff. He got to playing that music, and we just got to it.
All right, M2T, this is what I will say about that situation. That is what I call a fast tail little girl. That's how I was raised back in my day. My aunties and grannies, they see a little girl running around, got a little old butt tooted up, she all in grown men faces, she running around, showing her tail, showing her ass, she just doing many stuff. They tell you off the top, hey, get that fast tail little girl somewhere and sit down. Who little fast baby is this? Oh, that little girl is fast. They use the terminology, fast, fast tail, and that is a terminology that they used back in the day to say that the little girl is showing solicitive actions. She's showing interest in men and boys. Fast tail. That's what this little girl here is. That's what this little girl here is giving me. Now, what she's saying, I do believe some of it. I can't hold a fold. I do believe her. He's a perv at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned. Now he got his side of the story, but we gonna get to his. Let's get through listening to hubs. And if you made it this far, hit that like button for your boy one time for the one time.
So this time, this story takes place in the truck. So last time I told y'all my stepdad was a truck driver and he used to drive the trucks everywhere. So basically when he started driving trucks, I wanted to go with him on the truck to see the world and all that. That's how I was thinking of truck driving. And that's exactly what he was doing. He was picking up loads and dropping off loads and picking up loads and dropping off loads. So of course I asked my mom if I could go with him and her answer was no. So what he did in order for me to go is tell me to act like I was going to walk the dog, like going to walk the dog at night. So what I did is I had to basically sneak through the window. So I would just be like, hey mom, I'm going to take the dog on a walk. And I would go and take the dog on a walk. But I never told her that he was around the corner. Like I never told her that he was parked around the corner. And then the other part where I had to sneak through the window is, he told me to sneak through the window of my bedroom, close the window, and then walk around the corner to wherever he was parked at. And then I'd be sleeping in the truck with him. But let's get to the point where we were traveling around the world in his truck. So yeah, basically my mom didn't want me in the truck with him, so I'd have to sneak and go. And then eventually she ended up just being okay with it and letting me go. So it was this one trip where me and my little brother and him were going fishing, and we went fishing and we did what we needed to do. We didn't catch no fish, but it was worth a try. So after that, we didn't catch no fish. Everybody got packed up. We packed up all the fishing rods, and we were all irritated, I guess, because it was hot outside. I don't know if it was hot outside or not, but I think it was hot outside. I thought it was hot outside. But yeah, so we grabbed our fishing rods and we went back to the truck. Me and my little brother went back to the truck and we got in the truck, and and then he got in the truck and he had an attitude, and I don't know why the fuck he had an attitude for, but he just had an attitude. And I went and put the fishing rods up. I was trying to put the fishing rods up, and he got mad because he thought I threw the fishing rod. So he lunged at me and started trying to beat my ass, and he took a whole gallon of water, the whole water jug, and he picked that bitch up and he said, I'm just like, what the like, why?
Man, I'm really lost for words, fam. I'm really lost for words. I mean, what y'all think? Do y'all believe her? You know, that was her side. Now, he had a whole lot to say as far as his side. All of it I couldn't, you know, I can't bring to y'all because he got a lot of music playing in the background, and YouTube will strike your videos when it comes to certain music. So I couldn't play the one with all the music in the back, but I did get the part with after music in the back, and it's a nice little bit to kind of give y'all a feel of, you know, if y'all believe what it is he's saying or not. So let's see what this trucker got to say.
So this the official, whatever the title of your video is. How I start with you. This is, first of all, you're not finna drag your mama name through the mud. But hold on. The antics. They ain't trying to, they trying to clear their name up on them. First, I don't give a fuck when everybody with you. But let's start off from the beginning. Oh, no, the last episode, we got your put out the house. Since you want to say, nigga, you get put out the house, taking your phone. One day I'm on the road. I get a call. It's crazy. She's standing in the doorway of the bathroom in the middle of the hallway, shaving her. Who? Hey, with all my kids now, she's standing in the doorway in the middle of the house. So when you come in my house, my old house, when you come in there, it's a bathroom shit right there. You standing in the doorway, bust wide open, shaving your. I ain't know. That was one time your mama beat you up. You want to drag her through the mud so bad. Man, your mama tried to shave. You ain't been there on your side since day one. You crossed your mama out for a pair of sneakers. You know, you've been crossing your mama and your dad out since day one. They done had your back since day one. Y'all sitting up here praising. Y'all got 1,200 shares on some shit. Man, this crossed their own mama and dad out. What the f*** you talking about? This shit y'all promoting? Man, knock it off. This the first, one of the worst incidents that got you put out on your. We gonna drop episode on episode, let them know who you is. She's gonna drop episode on episode, talking that crazy. Slick crazy. You a psycho stalker hoe. That's what you is. Okay, so then we really realized you had a problem when you always talking about your mom putting her hands on you. How dare you? We come in the house. No, your mama wake you up one day. She come in there, she waking her children up like any mama would. Pull back the covers, you butt nigga. Why is she this nigga? No one knows. I ain't talked to you all day because you on the phone with your boyfriend. I ain't talked to you. Come to find out, my 12-year-old daughter say you was in there playing with your all night with your boyfriend. That's how you got put out again. This is how we taking your phone again. No, you're not telling these folk what's really going on with you. Who the f*** you is, though? Okay, so let's get with it. First of all, I got plenty of stepchildren. Plenty of them. It's 7 children I'm responsible for at this point in time right now. Like 7 of them. Majority of them being girls. You the only one with these shenanigans. Did you tell everybody that your auntie introduced you to your first pimp? Or you just told me? Oh, you just told me. Your auntie introduced you to your first pimp. You go out here to California to be a. It don't work out for you. You get on Instagram and all that. Social media don't work out for you. So this is what you result to. I get it. It's 2025. Everybody gonna go for it. I get it. But I'm gonna share in your basket. I'm gonna share in your fame. 3 investigations all on throw it out because you're a liar. 3 investigations all on throw it out because you're a liar. Let's get with it.
There it is, y'all. That's the play. I mean, it seemed like in a way to me he was grooming her, you know. It seemed like even the mama even submitted to acknowledging that, you know, him and her daughter doing their thing and got their thing going on. That is a crazy situation. Happen every day though. Get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about it. All right. Big shout out to the A1 Day ones. Big shout out to the one that just be glancing and see what's popping. And a special shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, fam. Y'all already know. Until next time, it's your boy.
I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around.